YouTube? It's your boy Aaron coming at you with another video on Simple Fruits of the Spirit. And today on Free and Gay, the series that I'm doing, the Lord had been told me to like speak about this, but we'll speak about some stuff in general. Anyway, one of the topics that came up was valuing taking steps back. And taking steps back that is like something very crucial that I didn't like, and I still kind of struggle with it, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those things that I think is very important when it comes to the acceleration of getting to our goals, when it comes to things that we're striving to achieve in life. So it's like, for instance, my thing is like weight loss, and God has been telling me like I'm trying to like slim down and get to this place that I want to be. And not just that, I want to change my lifestyle. Like, I'm eating better, I'm making sure I try to go to sleep more on time and do things to make sure that I can get aligned with a healthy balance. Of course, working out on top of that. Like, when I leave work, I go to the gym. On my off days, I make sure I go to the gym. Each week is different, but I definitely don't sit down. And I keep pushing myself. Well, this week I told myself, you getting so, just the other day I was getting frustrated because I'm like, I'm still not where I want to be just yet. And God was telling me like, you don't need to put all of this excessive pressure on you, because truth of the matter is you're not going to lose the weight until I declare that you lose the weight. You can put everything into focus and your intentions all in it, but if I don't let it be, I won't let it be. And so he was basically teaching me to like control myself and don't get so emotional about it. But not just that, but to also turn it on the flip side, like take a minute to appreciate the progress of the process. And because the process is something that you have to get through to get to the other side. It's like a bridge from the beginning to the end of your dream. And in order to get there, in order to cross that bridge, the vehicle that takes you over there is God. And so in that mix, he may stop just so you can see what it looks like at the middle of the bridge. How you can see how beautiful it is. And when I say how beautiful it is, I mean like to look back and see like what he brought you through, and to see how far you've come, and look at how dangerous it could be. Like, you're on a bridge. I'm still thinking about the bridge scenario. You're on a bridge and like you're surrounded by this water, heights. I don't know if you're afraid of heights. I know I am. And so, like, that's scary to be at such a crazy height on let's say a very shaky bridge. Because maybe your dream, because you feel shaky or because of your circumstances, your dream may feel shaky. And God is securely moving you across this bridge, but the bridge is unstable itself. But the vehicle, God, is not unstable. So it's like you have to trust more in the vehicle than the actual bridge itself, than the actual scenery of the whole height and the water down, and you could fall to your doom, all that stuff. It just God told me, even though you're trying to get to a destination, take steps back to look how far you've come. And when you do that, he tends to accelerate you in so many ways. I think that being able to appreciate progress is something that is hard to do, because we're people that want what we want, and we judge ourselves when we don't get what we want, or may judge others. Either way, I'm trying to say, like, negativity can be born And, you know, we want to try to keep that from happening, because that can be the one thing that actually keeps us from our dreams, you know, being impatient and not taking those steps back to say, you know, and sometimes I feel like there's barriers that keeps us from taking steps back. One thing that came to mind is that taking steps back requires you to almost like cut out a piece of your time when you're going towards your goal, right? And I feel like a lot of times people may either underestimate or overestimate timing. And for instance, with me, I tend to underestimate timing. I learned the other day, like for instance, I was telling you about my weight, right? And I was making like something like this, like I was making, basically I was making like, I'm not gonna use that example. I'm gonna use this example. I went to go buy some food and something, like I was about to, and something told me like, don't like go over. And I pulled up to the parking lot. I was at Newt's and I pulled up to the parking lot. I was like, you know what? Like, I don't want this today. Like, I took a step back, if that makes sense. Like, I literally was noticing that it was only gonna take a couple of minutes, like 3 minutes, to just stop what I was doing. Like, I literally, that's why I said I came to the parking lot, because I was thinking about how much I really wanted that lobster and crab soup. And I was just like, but you're on a mission, you know, and all you need to do is take a minute to say, okay, I am not about to go through with this, you know. It didn't take no more than 3 minutes, but I was thinking it was gonna take me like forever to decide, or I was gonna end up doing what I wanted to do anyway. So it felt like I wasn't going to give it enough intention, but I ended up giving it more intention than I thought, and it challenged me to give more intention about taking steps back, which is why I'm making this video. I really think that if we can be conscious about taking steps back, not only would it be good for situations like that small one I was telling you about with nukes as an example, but also on bigger things, like maybe you want to go back to school, or maybe you want to like I said, maybe you want to go back to school and you got kids and you just don't feel like that's in your cards right now. You know, take a step back to really think about that and say, you know, is that really is my kids really the reason why I can't go back to school? You know, even though I'm boggled down, do I believe God to be able to get me through this as He's gotten me through so many other things that I'm sure are just as traumatic and tragic? But why not go through all that trauma and actually be heading towards your goal, rather than me going through all that drama and sitting and wallowing in the fact that you feel like you can't get it because you're weighed down too much? There isn't nothing that God couldn't do to propel you and to accelerate you in life, no matter how much weight is on you. God is weightless, so it doesn't matter how much weight is on you. All He got to do is say a word and He'll put you there. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is be intentional about, you know, really thinking about where you are in life and where you want to be, and how to get there. And when things happen, you know, when life hits you, or when there's a decision that needs to be made for any reason, think about it. Take that moment that you need, because I promise you, it'll be less impulsive, less emotional, and it'll probably be more in tune with your actual, where your conscious mind is, where you want to be. So I'm just saying, yeah. I was trying to think of other examples, but I couldn't come up with any. other than that one about going to school. I mean, I don't know why I always think about crimes. Like, not always think about crimes, but I'm saying, like, for examples, you know, maybe somebody wants to do a crime, like, I don't know, a robbery, or, like, maybe they, whatever, a heist. Maybe I'm thinking about it because I just watched Money Heist. Okay, so I think, like, that's a good example. Before you go into doing, just before you make a decision, no matter how it's good or bad, and whatever it may be, take a step back. Like, it won't take long. It may take longer. It may take long, or it may not take long, but I'm trying to say that eventually, it's gonna be a better decision that you end up liking, because you got the chance to fully absorb it when you took the step back. Not fully, but at least more than you did if you were to react more off of your excitement, like some impulsive emotion, your excitement, your anger, your frustration, your bitterness, your jealousy, your sadness or depression, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It could be more chronic, like a depression, or like a, you know, maybe whatever cycle you could be in that could be keeping your heart and your head and your spirit down. You know, all of these could also influence your choices in such a dramatic way that it can actually keep you oppressed in the situation that you are in, which is, you don't like it. You want to be somewhere beyond where you are. You're dreaming for more. You're aspiring for more. You want God to do more into your life. But with that comes more responsibility, and with more responsibility comes this thing where you have to make better choices. And in order to make better choices, you have to be stable. And the best way to be stable when we live in a world that's so unpredictable, when it can inflict us in so many different ways at the drop of a hat, we have to be able to have some mechanism to calm us down, so we don't swing with life. Because whenever you swing with life, wherever it lands you, it may land you in a place you don't like. But you can be in better control if you just take those steps back. You might even miss the wind, and it didn't carry you nowhere. It didn't carry you nowhere crazy. You know, you just get to ride the wind that you want to get to the place that you need to be. So take those steps back. Take those steps back. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll be coming at you with some more. Again, this is just a simple fruit for your spirit. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope it was sweet enough. And talk to y'all later. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and you know, if it helped, please share this with anybody. If there's topics that you want me to talk about, please put them in here. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all later.
Should I assume you didn't mean it like that? Or should I assume